there are a lot of clickbaity videos on YouTube with titles that claim that they can guarantee a person gets a PlayStation 5, and anyone who tells you that you can get a guaranteed PlayStation 5 on launch day is a fucking liar. The console is in extremely high demand. The PlayStation 5 appears to be the most demanded console in history. It seems that it's already outsold the Xbox, and it's already outsold the amount that was available for the PlayStation 4. So anyone who's trying to get one of these consoles is going to understand that they are very desired, that the demand is extremely high. And this is made more difficult by the reality that the supply is fairly low. So in a situation with extremely high demand and extremely low supply, you're going to be in tough competition. So anybody who's trying to get one of these consoles, you're going to need every tip and trick that you can in your arsenal. And one of the elements of acquiring a PlayStation 5 that no one is talking about is simple charisma. This video is basically going to highlight some of the techniques that you could use when talking to retail employees and supervisors and managers about trying to get this console. So obviously this applies towards the big box retailers mainly, any retailer that's a brick and mortar place that you could walk in, although it still applies towards Amazon and other online distributors as well. So the first thing that you should probably do is go down to the retailer that you're going to be trying to reach. So this is probably going to be Target, GameStop, and Best Buy, at least the largest three corporations that are going to have them in America. So if I were you, I would go down to each of these retailers and ask to see a supervisor. And then when the supervisor gets there, start asking about the PlayStation 5. And the reason that I would pick a supervisor to talk to about this is that on launch day, there are going to be difficult decisions that are being made about who might get a console, right? If there's a few available consoles. So the person that is going to be making those decisions, which is probably going to be a supervisor, the better of a relationship you have with that person, the higher your probability of getting a console. And one of the rudimentary but still effective ways that you could build a surface level business/friendship relationship with a person would be to simply talk with them and kind of joke around. Just represent yourself in a way that is positive. And one of the things you could do is just maybe tell a few jokes if you know how to do that effectively, or do whatever you can to try and represent yourself in a positive way. But once you're talking to a supervisor at one of these places, express your desire to get the PlayStation or the X, whatever it is, and then just maybe start talking about yourself as well. Like, give a little bit of your story. If you had to save up for a long time, like maybe start just talking about the shitty job that you worked and how it was really hard and you worked overtime. Like, try and get this person to be as aware of your story as possible, because on launch day, if there's one extra console available, they just might, there's the smallest chance, but it's still a chance that they just might reach out and contact you, like leave your phone number, like ask and see if there's anything that you could do in order to increase your chances of getting the console. And if you can express the desire that you have for it, as well as represent yourself in a positive way that the person just might think that you're like a cool person, those two things, among with other additional charisma techniques, those things might increase your probability. And of course, this is far from being a guarantee, right? But it's just one additional thing you could do to increase your chances of getting a console. And when shit is this crazy, I think that everyone who's trying to get a console should be doing everything possible that they can.